before we go live tomorrow, I want to do a little bit of work on the base, kind of fix some stuff that Nick did, like this road here that he's built, which, I mean, it gets the job done. It gets you from point A to point B. It gets from our base to this new oil area that we set up in the last stream, but at the same time, it is almost entirely unfit for purpose, because the core idea of building this road is to get the oil and the refined plastics or the rubber or whatever we make from the oil area over to our base, and we're probably going to be doing that via some kind of vehicle, right? And the road that Nick has built is almost the worst possible road for a vehicle. He's put down these power poles all the way along, which just reduce the amount of space that there is for a vehicle. So even the tiny little tractor only just manages to fit between the power pole and the edge of the platform. And I have a feeling that if we were to try and set up a little tractor going on its own, it would definitely just fall off the edge and topple into the ocean, which is not great. And on top of that, most of the corners, apart from this one that we're coming up on here, most of the corners don't have like a little corner piece, and so trying to turn the corners, especially in those vehicles, is just terrible, right? And I have a feeling that if we were to try and use a vehicle on this track right now with all of its bends and all of its power poles, this thing would almost 100% just not work. Like the tractor would fall off, we'd lose our stuff. It would be horrible. And so one of the things I want to do in today's stream is I want to try and change this road a little bit. I want to make it a little bit more straight, fewer bends, and a couple of other things. Maybe move the power poles, maybe make it a little bit wider as well. But that's for later on in the stream. For now, I want to go back and work a little bit on our main base. So essentially what we have here is a big old building with a lot of replicatable setups. I don't know what word Nick ended up going with in the latest Sky Factory series there, but essentially, if we don't take full damage like that, the bottom layer here is for, I believe, iron, and then the second layer, I'm fairly certain, is currently using copper. It is. And then the top layer here is currently doing iron again. So the plan is for the bottom layer here to make iron plates, which I think it is doing. I think right now, all of these assemblers over here are... Oh, this is doing rods. I see. Okay, so this one is making rods, and all of these are filled up with iron rods. The second level is turning copper ore into copper ingots, and then crafting those copper ingots into copper wire. I'm fairly certain that's all we can really do with copper for the time being. Let me just check that that is all working well. It is. Good stuff. And then the top level is doing iron again, but this time instead of turning iron into rods, it's turning iron into plates. And then the next level that we're going to build, the one on top of this level, is going to be another level for iron, but it's going to turn iron into screws, because we need screws, we need plates, we need rods, and we need coils. I think those are like all of the basic ingredients. We might also need yet another level for making steel, because steel is kind of another basic, well, I don't know about basic, but it's another core ingredient that we do need in order to get things up and running. And so we're essentially going to start by replicating this floor here, which is the same as the 3 floors below it. All right. So is this 4? Yeah. So we're doing sets of 4 here. Like so. I don't know how much stuff I got in my inventory. I'm also a complete fool because these are all the wrong way around. Gosh dang it. And on top of that, we do need to bring over a new batch of iron, because right now we are using 2 iron miners that are here. So we've got 1 iron miner. If I zoom in here, we've got 1 iron miner right there, which is going to the bottom floor. We've then got this iron miner right here that's going to the 3rd floor, so the one beneath the floor that I'm on right now. But then if we're going to do another floor for screws, we need yet more iron, which is going to come from the end of Old Town Road, which is this road over here, which goes all the way off into the distance. You can see it kind of, maybe just a little bit, going all the way out, all the way over there. It goes quite far over to there. But we need to bring back 2 more belts full of iron, 2 more miners worth of iron, 1 for the screws, and then 1 for the steel. So we got our work cut out for us. It's all good. Are you sure those are turned the right way? They are definitely not turned the right way, but that's fine. We can go ahead and replace these like so. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the new Satisfactory update as well. It's coming towards the middle of June. I was going to say the end of June then, but we're almost halfway through June, and there is a new update coming, I believe, at the end of June that's going to add trains? Question mark? I don't know if they're actually going to add trains or if they're going to push it. They had a poll on their Twitter today that was asking if people could have one feature, what would it be? And the options were trains and pipes. I don't know what they're going to add with pipes. Maybe oil? Maybe you're going to be able to pump oil as a liquid as opposed to as an item. Like right now when you pump oil with... Have I done this right? Hold on. Right now if you pump oil with the oil pump, it comes out in barrel form, like it comes out fully made as like a full barrel of oil, which, whilst hyper-realistic, is not always the most ideal way of doing it. So I wonder if they're going to add pipes in that regard. Maybe, maybe not. But I really hope they do bring out trains, because I think the trains could be really cool. Like for doing the long-haul iron transfers, I think trains are going to make life just, I don't know about easier. I think the conveyor belts are probably just going to be as easy, but if not easier, then certainly cooler. Is this not, hold on, because on that end, the constructors go all the way up to the wall. I have a feeling that on this side, oh yeah, I've got one extra tile there. Okay, that's fine. It just means that if I do go and build a wall, I need to make sure that I put another tile over on that left side before I do so. Also, Leeway0409 with the 100 cheer. He says, choo choo for me, Isaac. Choo choo. Is that good enough? I saw a vid on Volcano Block yesterday. You guys should try it. Looks interesting. Pretty much stone block, but you're in the middle of a lava world. Ooh. Like in the middle? Is it like underground? Because I really like stone block. Like I was a big fan of that. Where am I? I've got to keep looking down to see where, like how far away I put things. So my smelters go, like I think, oh yeah, okay. They go between the set of 4. That's fine. But yeah, if it's actually like a stone block, then I will definitely check it out. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of starting underground. Like I really like that. I'm a big fan of building underground, like digging out a living space as opposed to like building one from scratch like you normally do in a skyblock. But yeah. During alpha testing, so many people kept asking for pipes, and the devs were like, why? I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I guess if you played, like, again, Factorio before, Factorio does have pipes for moving liquids around, and I can kind of see it. You know, it does seem like pipes would be what you used for oil. It is a bit bizarre that when you pump oil with an oil pump, it comes out in barrel form. That's a little crazy. Although I guess it could kind of make sense if the machine automatically makes it. I guess it would make more sense if you had to pump iron into the oil refinery so it could make the barrels. I feel like that would be more realistic in a sense, but also more tedious and awkward. But I don't know. I think pipes could be interesting, especially if they allow you to like pump water. I feel like using water for certain resources could be interesting as well. All right, so like each one of these, I need a bunch of splitters. All right, that's fine. I do wish as well, if you're watching Satisfactory devs, which I know you're almost certainly not, but if you are, freaking blueprints. I'm assuming it's maybe on the old to-do list, but I would love some blueprints. So these are like just after and just before the line here. That's fine. But yeah, the ability to actually, where's the iron's going to come in here. So this one needs to be this way. The ability to kind of set up, like the bottom layers that I've got here, if I could just blueprint the floor and then just build a new floor again, or at least put down like ghostly outlines of where I want things to be, that kind of thing would be super, super nice. So I think it's like this. I'm fairly certain that's what I'm after. And then conveyor belts go like this. Yeah. However, before we start working on all the conveyor belts, I think the first thing that we should do is work on the getting the iron over here. Please don't die. Beautiful. Was having a little bit of an issue in the last stream with I think desync on the server because Nick normally hosts the server, and when I fell into the jelly, I would just die every time. It was horrible, but thankfully it doesn't seem like that's happening now, which is real nice. Can we get a Nick update? What part of the base is he working on? In Satisfactory? Right now, I think he's just standing still over by the oil area. Volcano block is lava as high as your island, but above you is the sky. Ah, okay. So it's not like a fully encased stone block. It's like a sky block, but with on a pool of lava. That makes sense. But lava isn't a block. Is it? Alright. I do feel like, yeah, maybe this road could be wider as well. This right here is our Caterium ore, which is for the new power lines. We do already have power being run over to our new area here. I don't know how much steel I've got. How many steel rods? I've got 34, which is almost certainly not going to be enough to get us back. Also, I'm thinking that I might tweak this conveyor belt as well, because what we are going to have to do here is have, what I think we're going to have at least is, much like over by our base, we're going to have multiple conveyor belts stacked on top of each other. Right now we've got one Caterium, but then above that we're going to have iron, and then more iron, and then, you know, even more iron. I think we have like 3 or 4 iron miners over at the end of the Old Town Road there, so we could definitely start stacking up conveyor belts here. And I do really want to try and make this as clean looking as possible. Like right now, I'm not a huge fan of the way this conveyor belt looks after the end here. It kind of goes down, and I think it goes back up again a little bit. It's a bit weird. Let me check. Yeah, like it goes all the way down, gets to... Oh no, this is flat. This is flat. How do I want to do this? This kind of is almost in line with the road, but then falls down. I don't know, this is not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not perfect. There's definitely like a bend over at the end there, but I think for the most part, that's fine. I can also do with a little tractor, if I can make one. I'm just missing a few beacons. That's fine. I think I can buy some beacons. And by buy, I mean craft, of course. Wait, so Nick's loaded Satisfactory. Nick has not loaded the Satisfactory. No, when you play on a server, so like Nick has just sent me the save file, and then when I've loaded it up, Nick's person is still there. Where he left off. I could go and, you know, attack him right now, but he's not actually in the game. Also, I can turn this, which, is it V? Yeah, V to turn the light off there. All right, beacons, nice and easy. I could also do with some coal, I guess, for fuel as well. But yeah, I think something like this, coming from the new area with just loads of iron. All right, tractor, fuel. All right, first things first, I'm going to go and get some steel rods, because we are going to need a bunch of them to make all of the conveyor belts here. Steal his nuts, Isaac. He does hoard the nuts, man. Like, jeez. That guy, you know, I'll be wandering around with like 3 HP, having not eaten in hours. And Nick will be sat there on full HP, having, you know, 600 nuts in his inventory because he eats every 3 minutes. I mean, it's more sensible, really, but... I mean, he's always got so many nuts. All right, so you're low on coal? Is the coal not connected right now? So coal comes along. It comes down. It's not coming in. Did we tear off the... I think we split off the coal there. I don't think the coal is going both ways. I might go put a splitter down real quick because we don't have steel set up yet. And I think it's going to be a little while before steel is set up. And in the meantime, we could really do with steel beams being made just because we need so many conveyor belts going forward here. What is this? What... What is this? I want to know who did this. If this was me, someone needs to give me a slap on the wrist. If this was Nick, I mean... like, I don't even know how you do this. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Gosh dang it. All right, let's fix that. Here we go. Okay, can you handcraft? I'm assuming you can handcraft the steel beams, right? In which case, I think I might do that real quick. I've got 65 steel ingots. And we definitely could do with many, many more steel beams here. You know, this base is less of a spaghetti factory than I imagined it would be. We've been working hard, Ninja. We've been putting in the time to try and de-spaghettify this. It's still a bit spaghetti, but you know, I've been trying, man. I've been trying to straight line things, to organize some stuff. We've been working on the de-spaghettification. You know, that's our goal here, to de-spaghettify. Also, I need to get my chainsaw out at some point. I hate these trees that are stopping me from building floors. That's real annoying. Also, I'm not a huge fan of this slope here. I might try and replace this with some kind of like conveyor lift that goes all the way down. How much concrete do I have on me, actually, real quick? I've got a fair bit. I'm going to continue this path along. I'm going to make this road bigger as I go, because we're going to have conveyor belts running along here anyway, so I'm going to have to build this road at some point. Thankfully, I can build this fairly quickly. Are you licensed to use that chainsaw, Isaac? I mean, on this barren wasteland of a planet, on this lawless wasteland, I'm licensed to do anything. As to whether or not I actually have my official chainsawer's permit, I mean, that's a different question. Always lube your chainsaw. It's good advice. It's good advice. I've never used a chainsaw. Have you guys used chainsaws? And if so, what for? Like, I don't do a lot of... What do you use a chainsaw? Cutting down trees? Oh gosh, hello. Where's my my sword? Also, as always, I need to remember to put on my exo legs. Blade runners. Here we go. I have one. Oh my goodness. What do you? Yeah. What are you? What are you chainsawing? So we got 1, 2, 3 spots of iron. I think there might also be another one fairly close by. Let me scan real quick for iron. I know there were 3 here. And then there's one 400 meters that way, which is not too far away actually. But for now, these 3 should do. We'll do 1 for nails, 1 for steel, and then 1 for having extra. We might need it for more steel or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's fine. I own a chainsaw for cutting trees. What else would I have? I don't know. Like that's the like. Do you chop down like I don't know. I feel like whenever I picture someone chopping down trees, I'm always imagining like a red like cartoon axe, you know, and someone just hitting a tree and then screaming timber as it falls, you know, cutting down a tree as trees are meant to be cut, right? We have concrete. Oh, we are. Okay, that's fine. You know what? How many do you like? Do you live by a forest? Do you own a forest? Like how many trees could you possibly need to cut down? Unless you do it for work. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, but maybe I'm just out of the chainsaw game. You know, maybe I just don't understand. So realistically, these all want to be tier 2 miners, I think. We don't want these to be tier 1 miners. We want them to be nice and fast. I'm going to assume I probably don't have what it takes to make many tier 2 miners. No, we need a bunch of steel pipe and then also a bunch of whatever this is. Encased industrial beam. Oh man, Nick's done a lot of, surprisingly, Nick's done a lot of the steel work in Satisfactory so far. I think I've yet to make industrial steel beam, but I can assume it's not gonna be too difficult. You only scream timber if you like the people nearby. Oh wow, okay. And then he's put Kappa at the end. Took me a second to figure that one out. I've used mine to chop down a hedge. Oh, I see. Like, I mean, how big are these trees? How big does a tree have to be before you can shout timber, right? Like if it's a tiny, like, do I have a chainsaw on me? Hold on real quick. It doesn't look like I do. I should put my equipment though in my equipment slot. Here we go. But like if you cut down a tiny little tree that's like maybe 5 foot tall and you scream timber, is that all right? Are you allowed to do that? Can any professional wood choppers in the Twitch chat let me know? Isaac, I have 3 chainsaws? Oh my goodness. Do you hold them all at the same time? Like 1 in each hand and then chop down 3 trees simultaneously? Or do you use them all on the same tree to increase the speed of chopping? Like, how does that work? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, no. No. That's what happens when you look at the Twitch chat. Don't Twitch chat and drive chat. Vehicles, tractor. Let's try this again. I should, I was gonna say I should really just set this up to drive backwards and forwards so I can just hop on it as and when needed, but I know if I did, it'd never be in the right place at the right time. It'd always be at the wrong end whenever I wanted to jump on it for a ride. I'll be honest, I've never shouted timber. Ninja! Oh my. Oh, what is the point in owning a chainsaw and chopping down a tree if you're not going to shout timber? You've got to wear one of those like checkered shirts, you know, buttoned halfway down, chest hair out, you know, and you got to chop it down and then scream timber every single time. If you're not doing that, then I don't know why you own a chainsaw, honestly. Like, there's just no point, right? All right, we got a bunch of steel pipes, right? Nick set this up, so we got a ton of steel pipes. And we are slowly but surely getting more of these encased industrial beams, which is good. And then I'm guessing we don't have the, wait, hold on. What do we need here? We're making steel pipes. We're not making, okay, we don't have encased industrial beam, but that's fine. You just need some concrete. And thankfully, I'm pretty sure we've got an absolute ton of concrete, which is good. If there's no one around, there can be no one embarrassed about hearing it. Exactly. Even if someone is around, you know, you could just warn them about the tree falling. I had a tree split and nearly hit me and my dog while I was walking. Oh my goodness. Darn tree never yelped timber. Flipping trees. They're so inconsiderate, you know? Back in my day, those trees would always let you know when they were about to fall, but now, they just never do, man. They just never do. We need like a nationwide effort to install speakers into every tree that are wired to scream timber whenever they detect the tree falling. 3 chainsaws, don't forget the other 2 Isaac, 1 in each hand, 3rd in my mouth. I mean, it just makes sense, right? You got to make sure that you're prepared for any tree that might come your way. Why in the world, Ninja, do you have 3 chainsaws? Is it like a case that the 2 old ones are like not as good? You have like a new premium one, and you keep buying the latest model? Like, what's the? Oh, we don't need these apparently. What's the idea behind having 3 chainsaws? I don't understand. Oh my goodness. So we'll get rid of this. I also don't need this iron ore. I'm just gonna throw this. Wait, do I need iron ore? I don't need the 4. I've got like 300 iron ore. I've got 400 iron ore. I'm gonna throw some of this away for now. I do have a chainsaw on me. Gosh dang it. I'm so blind, chat. Every time. So incredibly blind. Alright, give me some encased industrial beams. How many of these can I make? I can make 40. What do I need for these miners? I need 5 per miner. We'll put down all 3 miners, so we'll get 15 of these. And then we should be good to go. Nice. Isaac singing "We're Going Down," wailing timber in a deserted forest. 1 for each type of tree, Isaac? There are different chainsaws for different types of tree? Small tree, big tree, and massive tree. Nice. Are those the scientifically correct tree types? Small tree, medium tree, and massive tree? Does the tractor run on oil? The tractor runs on coal. I think all the vehicles run on coal. I mean, it runs on fuel, I guess, is what it runs on, so you can put biofuel in there. But is that correct? I know later on down the line we can turn oil into fuel, which I'm assuming we can then put in here. It just says fuel. But I actually don't know if you can put biofuel in here or not. I've not tried that. I'm assuming maybe you could. Although maybe not. Either way, I also need to get a couple more portable miners. But once we have those, we should be good to go. And those are made in here, I believe. They are indeed. I think I need 2 per miner. These don't stack. All right, that's fine. So that's... I think I need 2 more. Wait, 2, 4... Yeah, 1 more. Boom. Okay. I think, chat, we now have what it takes, apart from the pipes, and of course the copper wiring, which we need a ton of as well. And by copper wiring, of course, I mean cabling. Once we got this, we should have what it takes to put down a couple more tier 2 miners. One's a big hefty beast, and one's a small one for climbing and chopping. And the other one's an electric one I've rarely used. Oh, I see. Oh man, I've never chopped down a tree. You'll be surprised to find out. Never entered the tree chopping business myself. There we go. But it sounds like fun. If you don't get crushed by a tree. What's the biggest tree you've chopped down? Are we talking like small trees, or are we talking like, you know, 700-year-old redwoods? It's fun. I mean, I believe it, man. I believe it. All right. Back in the tractor. The little Yeet 2. Also, I do want to get maybe some... Oh, gosh. I would like to get some building done in today's stream. Like, right now, this like factory that we're working on over here is a little bland. I want to put down more walls. I would also like to maybe try and paint a bit of that building as well. Maybe try and make it look a little bit nicer, if possible. But we'll see where the world takes us. Oh God, Nix. I don't know what happened in... I don't know what Nick's scale was about. If you watched the last episode of Sky Factory 4, the one that went out, episode 12 I think it was, Nick introduced the Nick sweetness scale for vegetables. And like, when I was listening to it in the video, I had no idea what he was on about. And then when I edited the video after the fact, I still kind of had no idea what he was on about. But man, that was quite something. Hey Danish, how's it going, man? He says lurking. That's cool, man. That's cool. Do I need to... Oh, gosh. Take a screenshot by accident. I would like to dismount my tractor. Thank you. Oh, I do love the sound. And just... I love this Xenobasher in general. I mean, listen to that, chat. I didn't do it. Oh, no, it did. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Carrot -2 ladyfingers. Yeah, he mixed up ladyfingers with a different vegetable as well. Like, I hadn't heard of either of them, but he mentioned them, and I'm Googling these vegetables, trying to find images, and they're not they're not the same thing. They're not what Nick thought they were, and oh, man. Factory game. That's what, yeah, that's what they call, oh gosh, whoops. Whoops. That's, yeah, that's what happens when you take a screenshot. Let's try and, hold on. Let's fix that, shall we? We are back. All right. Okie dokie. Hopefully you can hear me. I see someone said muted. I'm hoping that's not the current case. This, I think we're going to have to go like this way a little bit. How do I want these to work? I think I'm going to have all of these try and go in the, like, try and be parallel, which I think is actually kind of like this, which might not work, but we can always move it if it doesn't work. All right, and then over here, we'll do the same thing. We'll just have like that. All right, the reason I've done that is because our road is kind of over in this direction, so I kind of want the iron to go generally this way. That's the plan, at least. We should also maybe build a ramp or something, so I don't have to do that jump every time. But the idea here is conveyor pole stackable. And we're going to have 1, 2, and 3. Like that. That's the general plan. Are these centered? They're not. And that's going to drive me insane. So I'm going to tweak this to make these more centered. And actually, I don't know, I kind of... I don't know how I really want to do this. I think I might have them... Well, what I'm thinking about here, chat, is potentially having some of these on both sides of the road for symmetry's sake. So if we did something like this and like this, it definitely reduces the amount of road space that we have. But it also means that later on, should we want to add another line of conveyor belts going along this side with some other resources, that could work. But now I'll just stick to this side. But I'm going to leave this side open just in case. I think that could work out quite nicely. High res. It does drop out a high res image. The image is like some 8K nonsense. It's ridiculous. The size of the files that this thing drops out. 1, 2, and 3. And so now we just need to hook up the miners to it. Unfortunately, they are a little bit over the horizon here. I'm not quite sure how I want it. That one's definitely not pointing in the right direction, is it? But these two, I think, are perpendicular. Yeah, this is going to work. It's going to look a little janky. It's also going to be long as heck. But I think that's fine. The real question is, like, how much... I think I'll do it to, like, here. And then I would prefer... I've got some more concrete now. So if we do something like this and fill these in, and also make sure we drop the ramps as well, we can actually kind of put another set earlier, maybe? Oh, it's stupid hot in... I thought it was California. I thought Canada for a second there, yeah, but I'm assuming that is California. How hot is it over there right now? It was a little chilly here in the UK today. And a little nippy. And we're already out of conveyor belts. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Yeah, how hot are we talking? We're talking 30s, 40s, 50s? Celsius, of course. Or Fahrenheit, if it's exceptionally cold. Yeah, whilst I'm here, actually, I'm going to fix these as well. There's little potholes in the road that we've got that are just waiting for me to fall in them. It's a lot easier to do the building like this when I'm not playing on Nick's server. Like, normally Nick is hosting the game, and I'm kind of playing on Nick's version of the game, which means that not always, but some of the times things don't sync up correctly, and it just ends up looking weird. There's one more down here. I think this one is going to need me to get the old chainsaw out. Oh yeah. That took a little longer than I thought it was going to take. You can't use coal for the chainsaw. Oh gosh, you have to use biofuel. Really? No, I don't want to get poisoned. Preferably. Yeah, I can't cut that down. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. All right, let's go see if we can't find some biofuel in one of these crates then that Nick's put down. I'm assuming we have some, right? Do the chainsaw noise too? I mean, the chainsaw does a pretty good noise in and of itself, honestly. It's not bad. Let me check a thing real quick, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That is fine. I don't love this, by the way. I don't love this ramp here. Like, it's not terrible, but it is on a bizarre angle, especially relative to the building here. So I don't love it. I might try and move this as well, especially if we're going to build, like, now that it made more sense when we built over the lake. Like, originally we didn't have access to all of this. Like, under here is just lake, and so originally it didn't make too much sense, but I'm thinking now it might just make more sense to kind of build out in this direction and have the ramp start a lot later on, as opposed to starting up, you know, kind of right now it kind of drops you off in the middle, which I don't really think makes a lot of sense. Where is... We got biomass, so we can turn the biomass to biofuel, right? Yeah. All right. It's been a while since we used biomass, and it seems kind of odd. I would have thought that potentially the chainsaw could have used coal, although I guess that doesn't make much sense. Most chainsaws don't run on coal. All right. Here we go. Here we go. This the one we're after? It is, all right. That one's for Leeway right there. He requested... Oh, that's beautiful. I do love the way that it clears out an entire area as well. That's real nice. This one is fine, and then this one... I don't know why there wasn't one there. Probably just a glitch when I last played it. And then just to save on concrete, I will go ahead and get rid of that one as well. There we go. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to move this ramp. We're starting a lot of small tasks. Someone clip it. Starting a lot of small tasks here, but I think they're going to add up to the base looking significantly nicer than it currently does. And we got time. You know, there's no rush. I got nowhere to be. At least not this evening. That chainsaw noise. Oh, as I mentioned earlier, I've not used a chainsaw, so my only reference for... oh gosh. Got to be saving the concrete here. My only reference for chainsaw sounds is... recreations of chainsaw sounds that I've heard. So I mean, you know, gotta forgive a guy for not having accurate chainsaw sounds. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. It's a long way over there, man. Jeez. I also think we need to move. There's like more foundation required pretty much everywhere. I don't know how much. I assume at this point we're just going to cover pretty much every spot of land around us with flooring, with foundation. Like, I'm thinking mostly about the area over by the concrete. The concrete miner is not on foundation, and the crafters that make concrete are also not currently on foundation. That's something that probably could do with being changed. Make life a little easier. Your chainsaw sounds like an impossibly stuffy Englishman. I mean, that's me, man. Right there. That's me. All right, we need more concrete. That is fine. Oh, man. I need an even faster version of the exoskeleton I've got here, the Blade Runners, because the base is getting big. Running backwards and forwards, it takes so long. I mean, it doesn't take that long, really, right? But yeah, we could definitely do with painting some of this up, making it look a little nicer. But yeah, like this over here doesn't have any kind of foundation. Although it's... I don't know what we're going to do with concrete, because I don't think concrete's required It's required for those encased industrial beams, right? I was going to say I don't think it's required for any craft, but as I know, it's now required for encased industrial beams. And so I was going to say maybe we add a section of the factory somewhere for making copper. Maybe we move these constructors inside. I'm not too sure just yet. It's possible. For now, I'm going to leave this as is. And it's a low priority at the moment. I'm just going to grab some of the pre-existing concrete and go do some more building. We are slowly running out of concrete. Like, the rate at which Nick and I have been using it is quite quick. And so we are slowly but surely running out. Where does... Oh gosh, it's such a long walk. Where does the miner start? The miner for this Caterium? Because I'm kind of thinking about where I want this new ramp to start. This looks like it starts quite far back. Right. I mean, we won't even... If we... Okay, so at some point, like right about here, we're going to have to go up. Right, we're going to have to ramp up a little bit here. Are these ramps taller? They are. So I think we're going to have to ramp up like that. And then we can go straight from there on out. I think this might make life a little easier for any truck that we use, maybe? No, it definitely should. It definitely should. This is still in line, right? Yeah, we're still in line. That's fine. So I'm thinking, chat, basically that we just kind of get rid of this that goes back that way, and we just have the ramp start somewhere around here. I don't know if this makes any more or less sense than what we did before, but it gives us a lot of space to work with, right? The ramp kind of limits us on the amount of space that we have right now, and I feel like that needs to change. Also, I should definitely have these pinpointed. Also, I'm going to change this because I'm so used to I keep clicking 1 because I'm so used to having these foundation blocks beyond slot 1. I'm going to switch those real quick. Isaac, when are you streaming till? I don't have a set streaming time today. You know, I got the evening free, so really I'm streaming until until people stop watching, or until I get fed up with fixing stuff, or until I fix everything that needs fixing before the stream tomorrow, or before the stream tomorrow itself. One of those times is when I will stop. Whichever one comes first. Yeah, that's fine. We're a little high up above the ground here, but that's okay. That's not too bad. So you. And you. And I don't know if this is going to look... I think this will look a little bit better. Like the slope's not quite as steep. The bridge doesn't look like it's floating as much. I think it's definitely going to look a little bit less ridiculous than it did previously. Maybe. Oh gosh, it's such a... I misjudge how steep it is. It's still quite steep there, right? Oh man, I wasn't expecting this level of steepness. Honestly. But there we go. This, I think, is fine. Maybe there should be a select tool for destroying things. So you can destroy, like, yeah. I mean, it would kind of make sense to be able to destroy a large amount of stuff at once. But I don't know, it's not too bad. It's only when you start building like massive new areas that things get a little wonky. I do feel like we could also do with a new area for our coal miners up there. Although I'm not too sure if we're going to use more coal power. I think we're on the brink of being able to use fuel, like oil power. And so it's quite possible that at some point fairly soon here... Oh, this is just... I don't need to... Oh, no, I do. There we go. It's quite possible that at some point fairly soon we can move over into not coal power, which would be quite nice. And thus we might not need more coal generators. Although, I'm not sure. Like, we're kind of building this big old factory here. And the big old factory, we've not really turned it on yet. Like, it is on and things are working. But right now everything's backed up. And so you can see they've all got these like flashing yellow lights, which means they're powered, but they're not able to work because they have no slots free, right? They can't... There's nowhere to put the items that they have made. Also, I hate this rock. Got to get rid of that at some point. I think the only way that you can get rid of rocks is with explosives, which we've yet to unlock And so we're gonna have to wait a little bit before we can do that. But yeah, I'm not entirely confident with our power situation. Like, how much power do we have right now? 0 and 0. Excuse me? Is this not connected? Oh, it won't be, right? It'll be, when we did the mass. Yeah, it's not connected to anything. All right. I'll take this down as well then. Do I have any space? I do. I'll take these down as well, just so we can redo the power poles at the same time here. Chainsaw the rock? I wish, man. I wish. Boom. All right. Still, the ramp is still on a diagonal. It's still not in line with the path, but it's never going to be, I don't think. Unless we redid the entire path, which I definitely don't want to do. So yeah, we'll just make it work. We'll make it work, chat. We'll make it work. All right. I needed more encased industrial beam because we need to get more conveyor belts, and so I need to go back to the steel area. Hopefully now the steel area has had a fair bit of time to get new stuff going. Also, get this guy out of here. There we go. The Danish editor says, Isaac, you went on a rant the other day about paper straws. Have you seen that my straw is a thing now? Is my straw like a personal straw that you carry around? Is that the idea? Like a personal straw that's maybe made out of some kind of metal or plastic that is reusable? I did rag on paper straws. I would like to clarify that I'm all for paper straws. I did say it in the episode, but like, I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for using less reusable plastics. You know, it's more environmentally friendly and whatnot. But still, even though I am happy to use them due to their environmental friendliness, they're still terrible. They're still so bad at what they need to do. Our coal is, again, not coming in. Let me go check the coal real quick here. Why are we not receiving more coal? What we need is some kind of electrical straw that does away with the requirement for sucking on the straw. So you put it in, you hook it up to your app on your phone, and then using the phone, you can control the suction level. So instead of, I guess it would be a little weird, but instead of, oh no, yeet. No. Wait. Where is he? My boy. Nick's not here for 10 minutes and he's stopped working. Please. Hold on. Oh, he's easier. You got coal, my dude? Oh, I'm guessing that you're out. Oh, no. I saved him. That was my fault. I drove him off the tracks. I'm assuming the problem here is that... Oh, no, wait. This should be self-sufficient. I was going to say that I think the problem is power, a power transfer issue, but I'm pretty sure up here power is being, like the coal generator, this one coal generator specifically set up to power the miner, right? So you should be doing your thing. We got this miner pumping it to here. This thing's full of coal. What the heck? What the heck happened there? Hold on. Guys. Oh, my inventory's full. So the ingredients required to make the tractor are probably floating in the air over here. We cannot tell Nick about this, all right? Nick can never know what happened to little Yeet 1. Okay? You can't know. Yeah, there's the... You see that? What? Why? Here we go. You can link the webpage in the Discord. Right now, links are not allowed in the Twitch chat. Although I think I do want to change that for... Can I really not reach this? Are you, really? I can't... Okay, I think I can if I put down like a ramp here. But I think I do want to change it to allow mods to post links. Not mods. Subscribers to post links. There we go. Okay. This seems safe, right? Well, I mean... What the... Why can I not... It's a lot of work to get a box back. It's full of coal. Alright, so Yeet was on his way. I guess maybe we're burning through coal faster than he can bring it? Like, I didn't think that was the case, but maybe now that we're actually using the coal to make steel and using it for power, to power like, what, six generators down there? Maybe a little, oh gosh, maybe a little Yeet 1 just wasn't enough. Maybe he's not good enough. Rage Dragon says, please, for the love of all things holy, please expand the path. I should really, yeah, we should double up this path. I mean, he's doing fine. Like, he gets the job done almost. Let's say almost. He gets the job done most of the time. Let's see here. Let's throw down little tractor again. And let's get him back on autopilot. I'm hoping... Oh, does he not have the... Does he not have the path saved? Have I ruined it? No! I think... Gosh dang it. I think the path is Nick's path. I think Nick did the pathing for Little Yeet 1. And so, on my end, there's no path here? Oh, man. Alright, well, that's not good. Like, coal is our main source of power right now, and if we don't have coal, we're kind of screwed. I have a feeling that if I try and repath this guy, I'm just gonna fudge it up. Like, it took Nick many, many episodes to try and path this thing. But I can but try, right? We need the coal. If I stop pathing it, everything's gonna turn off. There's no way that this ends well. You've got to take it nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. Got a lot of padding on the corners here, which is always good. Nice and slowly. Okay, okay, okay. I know as soon as I do, he's going to fall off on like the first try. I'm going to be so mad. This is such a... What were we thinking with this ramp? It's such a ridiculous ramp. Jeez. Makes no sense. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. No, the swerving doesn't help. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. And then we go for a turn. A nice wide turn. Like so. And then we stop here. For collection. Oh, it's this that's offline. I see. Okay, we have to reconnect that in a second. That's why we got no coal. It's because of the fact that the collector is offline, not the amount of coal that's being transferred. And then this is the long part. Where we go all the way up. All the way up. Isaac, just redo the path. Nick will never notice. I mean, I don't know if I can... Like, the thing with the coal path is that I don't know how well we can redo it, honestly. Like, we could make it so that it's kind of more staggered instead of one big diagonal ramp that goes down. But, again, I don't think that's necessarily going to be much better, in all fairness. I guess what we could do, and what would make infinitely more sense, is to have a conveyor pull... what are the new ones? The conveyor lift. So we have like a conveyor belt bring the coal to the end of the cliff, have a conveyor lift to bring the coal all the way down, and then have the tractor just go back and forwards flat, right? As opposed to having the tractor going back and forwards up this massive freaking ramp, right? That would probably make more sense. But I mean, we live life on the edge, right? And if, I mean, I might change this if little Yeet 1 here doesn't make it. All right, nice and slow. This is kind of the danger zone right here, is turning this corner. Nice and slow. I should probably take a word out of Nick's book here. Nick, when he first programmed this, gave the tractor thinking spots, so he'd stop, just fully come to a stop. Like this, every once in a while, to give the tractor time to think about what he wanted to do next. I should probably have incorporated more stop and think spots on the way, but I mean, hopefully this is gonna work. Why don't I just put some knots in this guy, speed him up a bit? Alright, here we go. And again, we go in for a nice turn. Nice wide turn. And we finish it off exactly where we started. All right. Let's jump back in. Let's finish recording. And then let's disable and re-enable autopilot. All right. I'm going to ride this man down. If he goes down, I go down with him. Right? I'm a little terrified. We could just run a conveyor. But where's the fun in that? Oh. And plus, it's quite expensive to run a conveyor belt. Oh. Oh, yeah, you can feel the wobbling. He's going way too fast. He's going to slam. Oh, my gosh. This was some horrible driving. Please slow down. Please slow down. Every time, man. Every time. I think this is fine. So long as he doesn't clip into... Oh, no. Okay. So long as he doesn't, like, clip into the building here, I think this is fine. I really do wish that he would slow down. Okay. First of all, I'm going to turn off autopilot real quick, actually, whilst I'm in here. Because I would like this to collect the resources first. Look at this. There's a wire going from here right diagonally through to here, but nothing that's connected up to this. That's so bizarre. All right, here we go. Power line. Just hook this guy up. There we go. Perfect. And look at that. He's full of coal. Brilliant. All right. You freaking get back on autopilot. I am going to quickly... Oh, I don't have any inventory space, right? I was going to go grab the coal. There's like a floating box of coal up there. For now, it's just going to have to stay there. Hopefully this guy's going to be just fine. I'm going to ride this man down. If he goes down, I go down. Isaac 2019. Oh, man, that's a quote. Okay. So, the reason we did all that is because back over here, once again... I should probably go the other way because I know I take fall damage if I go this way, but you know what? Let's just go. Over this way, we needed coal. And so hopefully now the coal's back online. It's running again. We're making steel beams. The steel beams are going over and being stored in here. Do I have any... Like, what did we do with our... speed boosters, our overclockers? Are they still in the iron miner? I don't think they are, right? I think I moved those. Because I'm thinking I might move those over to the steel production. Because right now, the thing that we are limited on the most, the thing that's slowing us down is the conveyor belts. We can't make enough conveyor belts because we don't have enough encased industrial beams. And so I'm hoping if I can get some more of these power shards, which I know we have, they might be in the storage containers over here. But if I can get some more of those and put them into our steel area, we can hopefully speed some of this up. Hopefully. He's going to crash and burn, isn't he? I mean, I believe. I believe. I've got faith in that little guy. We don't have a spare power stock there, so we could make another power shard if needs be. Oh, there's one there. I knew we had one. All right, let's go put this in the steel and see if that works. I'm hoping he does fine. I'm hoping he gets to the coal and brings it back, and everything is fine. So... Are we producing steel fast enough here? Again, for whatever reason, I don't know why Nick decided to do this. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to do some reconfiguring here, actually. I'm going to move this so that we have this. Because like these are going to make steel pipes, and we've got a full container of steel pipes. And also, I don't think we need steel pipes for much. At least we haven't up until now. So I'm going to switch. Like, there's just a merger here for no reason as well. I don't get it, Nick. Why? Why is this like this? But I'm going to run this bit of steel production over and around. That's in... Wait. This is a splitter? Nick, why? Why? Here we go. Let's try that, guys. I think this needs to be a merger for now. So, like... This, I'm gonna have to remake these pipes, these cables. I don't know if it is possible to put down mergers like this without, and I can still have it work afterwards. Like, even though that looks like it would connect, I don't think that does actually work or connect, like at all. That's fine. And we'll try and stick to Nick's original vision here, right? There we go. Less than ideal, but should be more coal pumping into here, more steel, sorry, pumping into here, and then we can go ahead and drop that in and just really overclock that to 150% speed. So now it's going from producing how many? It's going from producing 10 to producing 15 per minute. Nice. It does look horrible. This is extremely temporary. This area over here is going to be completely demolished and replaced with a new floor on our building over here. So steel is going to be moved at some point. I just need to get it back online because before we can set up the new steel area, we need a butt ton of conveyor belts. To get the conveyor belts, we need steel. So that's the deal with that over there. All right, now that that's taken care of, back over to the iron. That's what we were working on to begin with here. Oh man. And someone will have to remind me, but we need to go check up on the little tractor at some point. Make sure he's doing all right. Temporary. I mean, we are like, what, 20-something hours in? Oh, this is 1 hour and 15 minutes here. The full game time is like 25 hours now. But it'll be gone any day now, guys. It's very temporary. So here, back over here, we're going to connect up our iron belt to, I think, the second layer here. So I did put 3 layers on here. I think we're going to have to go 1 taller because my thought process is that we're going to have 3 for iron, and then eventually we're going to hook the bottom one up here with, although I guess we can do that. Yeah, we can do that further down the line, actually. Never mind. I'm going to change this. Yeah, Cyberpunk's definitely a big one that people have been talking about. CG Projekt Red have been working on that for a long time. After The Witcher 3. Boom. All right, nice. Ubisoft. Ubisoft? How do you guys pronounce that? Okay. I never know how far you can go with these. Conveyor belt too long. So you can go like here. How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I put this here, can I connect you to you? I can. Perfect. Okay. Try and make this somewhat efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That one's going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Look at there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's going to go there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is going to go right about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you guessed it, chat. It's 6. Nice. All right. Yeah, this is fine. I do much prefer these organized conveyor belts as opposed to the random conveyor belts that we've been using up until now. Just throwing them down anywhere. Perfect. See, now we've got to do this. Like, we've got enough to do this once. We've got to do this like 3, 4 times to get all of these things hooked up. So my plan here is to get rid of this conveyor belt, which is carrying our caterium. Get rid of that. We are running out of inventory space a little bit here, but my plan here now, because of the fact that over at the end, the caterium is going to be lower down, I'm going to do this. Oh, I can't afford iron plates of all things? Can I craft iron plates on me? No, I can't. That's fine. But essentially, I'm going to have this move up to the second tier, if that makes sense. I haven't seen any of the lizard doggos in this game. Like, this game has little lizard dogs, right? That we saw right at the beginning of the playthrough, but I've yet to see any of those since. Did we scare one away? I don't think Nick killed it. But peaceful mode? I don't think so. But we've not. It's definitely not peaceful mode. That toxic gas is everywhere, man. But I have yet to see them, or I haven't seen them in quite some time. Here we go. I need iron plates, which I think are on the top shelf of the base. Man, it's so dark. So extremely dark. Oh no, please. Not like this. The character is a bit floaty. I think I should go up slower, I think. Especially with the new speed modifiers. I cannot get up these stairs at a reasonable speed without just falling off entirely. Alright, here we go. Please, may I have... Wait. You guys are not making stuff yet? Is it this one that's making plates? It is. All right. Let's grab 200 plates. And, no, that's not what to do. That's not what I want to do. I muted myself to cough for a second, and my hand was off the mouse. Gosh, dang it. That's fine. We regenerate health. It's okay. All right. Logistics, conveyor belt, stackable. So my plan here is to, of course, remove this right here. This conveyor pole is going to change a little bit. But the idea is that we're going to bump this belt up by one. So something like this. And then this belt is going to come from here up to the second tier. Like that. It's going to make it a little awkward hooking this up. But it might just work. I mean, I hate it, but I actually think it will work. Okay, yeah, I'm going to change this. It definitely will work, but it's horrible. It's so horrible. I don't see anything wrong here, Isaac, if you don't. That's the thing. It will work, but I'm thinking I'm going to change it, especially given that this is pointing this way already. I think we'll just change it to come out of here in a straight line. And then from here, probably have it go straight down. It's kind of hard to work without the flooring. But if we do something like... Can I go straight to this? Maybe it's too long. I feel like it's very close to not being too long. I mean, that's less bad, I think. I'll probably get rid of this walkway here and replace that with something a little bit... I mean, you can still walk. This is fine. This is fine. Make it to a zigzag down the side. Just like a spiral coming down from that top bit there. That'd be kind of great. Alright, and then from there on, we need to get our conveyor belt stackables. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's the gas. 5 and 6. I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm going to have one here. And then one at the bottom like that. I think that should work out just fine. Things are going to get a little weird once we get to the bottom there, because then we're going to change from this kind of diagonal to the straight. But I think we can make it work. That would be so sick. I don't know. I've seen some like base builds that have like a ton of, you know, twirling, spiraling conveyor belts, but I'm not quite sure how they managed it, man, because it must take a lot of like placing and unplacing and replacing some stuff. It's kind of hard to get conveyor belts to do what you want them to do most of the time, if you're not going in straight lines like this. Also, we really need to put up a warning sign that this is too close to the gas. Like, you're going to get poisoned if you stand here. Okay, and we're out of steel again. It's getting there, Chad. It's getting there. I think like this could also do, like, this is a little pet peeve, but like this could also do with, like, I would much rather this conveyor belt come to the bottom here, if you know what I mean. Like, if we get rid of this and we have this beautiful straight line continue to be a straight line all the way to like here, and then have it turn up. I think that might be a bit too far. I think it's got like a weird curve on it. Let me check real quick though. Oh no, I kind of like that. Yeah, that way it's, you know, it's in line with everything else. It's not just like across the base. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But yeah, this is what we're hooking up to. We're hooking into this point. So everything after here is going to go. Like all of this belt that goes on for quite some time. But that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how I want to play it once we get here. We could go in a straight line, but I kind of want this to be on the outskirts. It's like you're going to come down to here, and then we're going to get from here all the way over to up there, right? And I'm kind of thinking I might have it go like, kind of stick to the edge of the platform here and go around this rock maybe. Boom. It's a lot less, you know, straight lined than it was before. I mean, by that I mean it's less of like a direct line, but it is now more tidy, I think. I like this. I'm a fan of this. And the plan here is, of course, to have this go higher. Does this go up here? Did I go with like a dag? It does actually... Oh my... Look at that. It almost... Wait. Oh, we go from 3... Oh, we go from... Wait. We go from like 2 high here to 3 high here? Oh, I see. That's fine, though. That's fine. I'm mostly just happy that this and this lined up. Like, this here kind of just lined up perfectly with that. I really like that. I really like that. I'm a fan. Have you thought about painting, Isaac? I did mention earlier, I do want to paint. Stuff does need to be painted. I have this paint gun here. I'm not quite sure what color we're going to go with for painting. I probably won't do much painting. Oh, yeah, look at that. I probably won't do much painting today. We'll probably do that tomorrow when Nick gets back. Or I'll at least consult Nick on that. But yeah, we're definitely going to paint this, paint some of this stuff right here. I need a free hand slot, man. This sword is great, but jeez. Can I hold my empty hand? I can't. I do like, I do like this little guy because it's just kind of small and out of the way. Like having this big sword on my screen all the time is a little too much for me. But yeah, we definitely will be doing some painting at some point. A very ugly pink or a bright yellow or red. Oh man. Just really make it horrible for when Nick gets back. Okay, so all of these actually need to now be bumped up by at least 1. And actually, whilst I'm here, I might as well bump it up by 2 because we know we are going to have at least another 2 on here. I request a whole stream devoted to painting the base with your webcam on wearing a Bob Ross wig. Oh man, that's quite the request, man. I'd need to go out and buy a Bob Ross wig for one. That would be pretty great though. I'd have to get Nick on board. We could do a co-op stream where we both wear Bob Ross wigs. You should also clean up the mess you've left after you. All those materials lying everywhere. Don't you worry, my friend. Those materials, they will get to a good home at some point. So yeah, this is going to be quite tall because we're going to add to this already quite tall 4 high conveyor belt over there. So we got a very tall conveyor belt. You know, if you change the default color, everything that has that color will change to the one you set it, right? Excuse me? Wait, what? If you change the default color, everything that has that color will change to the one you set it. Hold the phone. Color gun? What do you mean if I change the default color? How do I... Do you mean like everyone that I do it like from then on out? Like if I change the default color of something... What do you mean? How does one do this? If you edit the default... So like, do I do this on my paint gun here? It's like we can edit this color. Oh, is this the default color? So if I edit this to... Oh my. Oh boy. I had no idea. That is incredible. Oh wow. Oh wow. I had no idea. I had no idea. Oh, that is brilliant. That is actually perfect. That's incredible. So you could just change the color of something without actually having to change the color of it. That is super neat. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna... That's great though. Can I reset this? I don't think I can, right? There's no like reset to default. That's fine. We can change that. Pink or riot, all bright yellow. Unfortunately, I think you have to do that every time you log in. Ah, that sucks. That kind of makes sense, but it also kind of sucks. but that's fine. All right, what's the default? The default's like this weird orange with like no other color or something like that. Maybe it's like just white. I don't think that's right, but it's definitely not right. But that's fine. That's fine. Ruined. Looks like the Bob Ross painting stream is now complete. We hope you enjoyed your time here. Oh man, like I don't. There's so many. Give us pink. We can go pink. We can go for like a nice hot pink, right? And then the accent to that can be, I don't know, pink and white doesn't look too bad, honestly. Sure. Perfect. All right. I want to get this. I want to get this conveyor belt going here. We need to get this iron connected. The whole premise of this stream is getting this iron online. All right. Boom, boom, and boom. Nice. How are we doing power-wise? So we got 300 watts. We're going to start consuming more now that we've hooked this up. But that's digging in. I'm thinking about this belt though. And I'm thinking that I might want to redo this bit with stackables, just so that we can more easily connect up the other two here. Right, so something like this. And then, can I get all the way over there with one belt? I might be able to pull it off. Maybe. Too long? No. Belt is too long. For some reason, I always think it says belt is way too long. I always feel like they're judging me for how long I've tried to make the belt. But this should be fine. Here to here. And then here to here. Beautiful. And then, of course, just like the rest of them, we're going to have 2 and 3. And 2 and 3. We don't need all 3 of these just yet. For now, we just need 1 for screws and then 1 for steel. I think those are the only 2 that we're going to need. But having the third one available for expansion purposes later on down the line, I think just makes a lot of sense. So can I get you? No, that was way too optimistic, right? Let's see if we can get that connected up there. And then this area is going to look a little less than ideal, chat. I'll be the first to admit. A little less than ideal. But it should be fine, though. Okay, beautiful. Look at this. Oh, I love these stackable conveyor pulls, though. These are great. All right, so we got the bottom one for nails, and the top one here is, of course, going to be for... for screws, and then the top one here is for steel eventually. I'm probably not going to hook up the very top one just yet. Like I said, this one here, we don't need just yet. I'm going to assume that at some point in the future, I might need more iron ore, almost certainly. And so, eventually, I will hook that top one up. But for now, we're just going to run with these 2 iron belts. Tidy. It's hey, now it's significantly tidier than it was earlier, my friend. It was real janky earlier on. Emphasis on tidying. You should have seen our base like maybe 5 hours ago. This thing all over the place. I find it easier to build from the top when doing a stack. You don't need to move that way. What do you mean build from the top? Like with the conveyor belt stackables like this? Oh, I'm out of rods of all things. Okay. What's in this chest? We do have to go around at some point and grab all of our chests. We've got so many of them floating around from the stuff that we've cleaned up over here. Oh, I see. Do the top belt first. Ah. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Most of the reason why I've done like bottom up is because I've tried to, we're trying to add as we go, and it's like I'm getting taller. But that does make sense starting from the top and working down. What am I after? I'm after rods, of course. Of course. Beautiful. We should also really fill in like this gap here. Oh gosh. Let's not fall. Nice. And I still want to redo that road that Nick set up in the last stream. That road is still... That's one of the things I want to get done before we wrap up today's stream, because that is going to drive me insane if I don't fix it. What does more work? Nick on that pile of rocks in the distance? Surprisingly, I think Nick did more work than I did in the last stream. Like, he got the oil set up. I was kind of just like meandering about, not doing a whole lot. Like, Nick got a good amount of stuff done in the last stream that we did. So, I mean, outside of Satisfactory, you know, it's quite possible that The Rock might have him beat, but in the last stream, he surprised everybody, man. Okay. Our extraordinarily long conveyor belts are coming along just nicely. Once I've got this hooked up, that'll be this road of conveyor belts done. At which point we need to... The other things on our checklist are to fix the road, next oil road that needs fixing. And then on top of that, we also need to... Oh, I need more... I need another stackable here. We also need to finish up that second floor of... third floor of machines up there. Once we've done that, I think that's pretty much everything I had done on my to-do list. Out of steel beams again. You see what I mean? We need so many steel beams. It's crazy. We should also... Actually, I might go check on our vehicle real quick. Earlier in the stream, we have a vehicle bringing coal to us from our coal deposit. Oh, nice. 200 more beams. Love it. We've got a little... Can you... Also, quick side tangent. Can you climb up these? I don't think you can, right? There's no, like, ladder on these guys? No. That's one thing I'd love to see, is like a ladder on maybe the side? I was going to say the back, but it doesn't really work with like a setup like this. Maybe on the side of one of those. It'd be nice to have a ladder so you can just climb up and down them. But I did have to reprogram the auto pathing route around here. And I haven't checked to see if the guy is still working. This is quite full on course. I'm quite optimistic. You can see we've got these little pathing triangles. I'm really hoping he hasn't fallen off the edge. The first 2 times we tried to do this, he just toppled right off. And I'm really just hoping that's not happened again. I'm not filled with confidence. I can't see him. The thing is, if he's fallen off, he's going to be like way down. Oh no, he's going. He's still here. Oh, thank goodness. We can hitch a ride back as well. Maybe. He's still getting stuff done. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why did I have to speak? What? Is it because I've stood on him? Is it the standing on him that does this? Why? Why? This is not your pathing. Makes no sense. Get out of here. Let me go on. This is just a box of coal now. Yeah. I need my, I need this. I need this. All right. I think it is because I stood on him. I think it's not, I think like janky things happen if you try and stand on the vehicles like that. I think it just doesn't like it. Not one bit. So I'm fairly certain that so long as I set him and forget him, if I put him down and let him do his thing, I think he's going to do just fine. If I try and jump on him, if I try and knock him about, he's going to fly everywhere. Gosh dang it. He's just straight off the edge. Like, not even... yeah. Isaac is too heavy throwing the tractor off. Gosh dang it. Widen the road? We should also widen the road as well. I mean, the thing is, he was running for such a long time with no issues. Like, for the longest time, it just worked. And so I think... Do I have to... Wait. Please don't tell me... the autopilot's not saving. Like, previously, whenever we would autopilot, it would save the autopilot. So when I replay... Oh, no, I have to keep the... Oh, it's because I picked the car up right. I had to drive... Oh, my... You know what? We've got enough coal. For now, I'm just going to leave that. That's something I can fix in tomorrow's stream with Nick. Gosh dang it. I'll set him going to redo the power again. Redo Yeet 1. Gosh dang it. You delete the car on the path. Yeah, I forget. You got to... If you want to keep the path, you got to drive the car back to the starting point. Gosh dang it. I always forget. Every single time. Okay, so... Yeah, the idea here is we've got the bottom layer for iron. This layer is for copper. This layer is for iron. So we've got rods, copper wire, iron plates. The next layer, the one on the top, very top there, is going to be for screws. And so that's what we're bringing in the extra iron for. Isaac, if I want to buy Satisfactory, do you have a creator code to enter? I do. If you enter the creator code GamingOnCaffeine, just all one word, they even have like a little drop down thing. So as soon as you start typing in gaming on, it should come up with the with my name there. But yeah, if you type that in, I do get a cut back if you buy it on the Epic Game Store. Also, I'm pretty sure they're still doing their not an ad, by the way, but they are still doing their sale right now, where you get $10 or £10 off any game that costs like more than $13. And so right now you can get the game for quite cheap. It's like almost half price with the $10 off. So would recommend if you're interested in picking it up. That's quite pink. I was shown some. I was taught by the chat how to change all of the color of all of my, like the color of everything at once, and so obviously we did it, and we changed everything to pink and white, and that's where we're at right now. Everything is pink and white. Okay, Don Isaac used your QR code. Nice, thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. A little janky with the conveyor belts there. Can you show the pink wall now the sun is shining on it? Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, what a beautiful wall right there. You got the, wait, what's the sun? I could have sworn it was over there. I guess it's like moved now. I'm so confused as to where the sun is. But that's our big old pink wall in all its glory. Look at that. Oh, it's not even fully built. Oh man, I got a lot of work I want to do on this as well. I want to put in like some pseudo windows to try and make this look a little less. Because eventually, if we just keep going how we're going now, it's going to just be a big cube, which I don't think could look great. So I do kind of want to tweak that a little bit to make it look a little nicer. But we'll see. Yellow for the flooring. I don't think you can color the floors, unfortunately. Like if I could color the floors, I would. But you can't do it. Uncolorable. I'm just wasting ink. But like I said, I hope that I have a feeling that's probably something they will add at some point in the future, maybe. Kapow. All right. Flipping heck, chat. That took a while, and you can't even see it over there now because of the fog. But that is now hooked up. I think. So now what we've got to do is we've got to get this from here up to that top floor, which I think is too steep. So I think what I will probably have to do here is move some of these back and start like, you're like right here, we've got to the end, then we've just gone up diagonally. I think we're gonna have to start going up earlier, if that makes sense. So like here, oh, it's gonna hurt my soul because it's getting rid of the straight lines, but I think at this point we're gonna have to start moving to something a little bit more like this. Do you know what I mean? We're going high up, right? And then that's going to go up to the top, ideally. Let's go see if we can actually get it up there. I don't love it, but it might just be the way it has to go. Also, I've said it before, but if they could add lights, that would be beautiful. It's so dark in these buildings. That's one of the reasons why I want to add windows. But even with windows, at night, it's just so incredibly dark. All right, this is the top floor. So this is where our next batch of iron comes in. Let me check where... Yeah, so this one's just directly beneath us here. And quite close to the front. So logistics, conveyor splitter is going to go right in the middle. Like that. And then we're going to try and bring this guy, the top guy, I think it is, up to here, which I think is too far. It's almost there, but it's just a little too far. Yeah, we're going to have to change this again, unfortunately. Hey, this is where things are going to get a little dicey. Oh, no, I mean, we just use lifts, right? At this point, instead of doing this, yeah, I mean, come on now, Isaac. This is horrible. This is, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. We just use lifts, right? Like, they added lifts to stop us making monstrosities like this. right? And I think that's there. Look at that. Boom. And then even if we wanted to at that point, we could then go ahead and... fall damage. I forget every time. At that point, we could even go ahead and get rid of... Like, obviously, this looks bad because this bottom one goes up diagonally a bit because of the fact that we got the splitter here. But at that point, we could even get rid of these if we wanted to. And... kapow. Now, obviously, the point that I was making earlier here is that these are going to get further and further out. Like, if we're going to have another one that's further out from that, it's going to... And we have, like, this big thing that sticks out. But I think that's going to be the best way to have it look. I think it's going to look significantly better than the diagonal lines going up. You have a gel pit? I know. I know. I know. But yeah, I think this is fine. I think this will work. At GamingOnCaffeine, Chicago deep dish pizza or the big foldable New York style pizza. I've never tried Chicago deep dish. Like, I've tried quote unquote deep dish pizza, but I don't know. From what I've heard, people from Chicago are very particular about their pizza, so I don't know if I could really judge. I don't know. My brain by default was thinking, you know, thin and big, but I don't know. I've had some real nice deep dish pizzas in the past, so I don't know, man. I could see myself going either way on that one. I could definitely see myself enjoying a good deep dish pizza. Is that right? Yeah. Again, now it's just a question of like spacing. I don't know if I've left enough space there. I think I have. I just don't have enough beams now. All right, that's perfect though. I love it. Deep pan is meh, IMO. I don't know. Like, I feel like if it's just a thick base, I feel like it's meh. But I don't know. Some of them I've had like a really good deep, like almost buttery crust at the bottom. Like I don't know if this is the way you cook it or what, but I've had some real nice deep dish pizzas in the past. You can always add some corners to get them side by side. Oh, you mean like have it go out and then in and then up and then back and left again? Is that what you mean? Like the kind of maybe. So they don't come all the way out. They kind of. I don't know, man. I mean, I could do that. That seems like a lot of work. In fairness, this in general seems like a lot of work, but I don't know. For now, I'm going to set this up like this. I may tweak it in the future. I am prone to tweaking things consistently. Also, I would like to at some point try and set up like an elevator, in air quotes, an elevator, using those launch pads. I've seen like a design that kind of bounces you back and forth as you go up. I kind of want to try and get something like that up and running, so I don't have to. Because right now I can use the jump pad to get up to the second level, but I can't go any higher than the second level, right? So I would like to change that if at all possible. But there we go. That is iron ore coming up to level 3. And then we've got another iron ore that's going to go up to another level, which is going to be level 4. So let's finish up this level here. This is going to get screws online. Let's go ahead and add splitters to our belt here, because we need a bunch of them right now. I'm an NY pizza girl, but deep dish can be good too. Yeah, like I said, my brain went to... In general, I'm a fan of thin pizza for the most part. Like, that's what I eat most of the time, and it's usually my go-to. But I don't know. I could see... I think it's just depends. I think, honestly, pizza's either like... Pizza's usually always good, but if it's not, it's either like... It's very binary, I think, with pizza for me, especially. I'm like, it's either good or it's not, you know? And I think no matter the format, it can be good or not, right? Which might well be the vaguest thing that anyone's ever said, but I like it. Basically, I'm not really fussy when it comes to my pizza. You know, if someone's offering me pizza, I'll take it. Have I put this down wrong? I think I did. Boom. Boom. Nice. All right. I've also never been to New York. I've never tried New York style pizza either. I've never been to the States, so I've not tried any of their pizzas at all, or any of your other foods for that matter. So I cannot comment. And based on what people have told me, I need to go and I need to go to every state, and I need to try one of everything. We should see if we can get funding, right? See if Nick and I can do a state tour. You know, we'll go to every state and try their signature dish. We'll make it a 50-part YouTube series. Maybe 51 if we go to DC. And, you know, we'll put that on YouTube. I'm sure we can get someone to invest, right? Anyone interested? We can have Nick try ribs in every different state as well. At least every state that's known for ribs. That's off. My depth perception is terrible. I was going to say today, but I feel like it's always quite terrible. I think... Wait, have I done this wrong again? Hold on. Hold on. Because... Hold on. I do this every time. Down here, we have got iron ingots being made at a rate of 30 per minute. And over here, we've got 2 iron ingots being turned into 15 iron plates per minute. So I think I've fudged this up again, right? Because I'm fairly certain that this level here, I do it every time. Because I set up the rods, because the rods at the bottom, the ratio is like this. You need 2 constructors to every 1 smelter. But I'm pretty sure for plates, you need 1 smelter to 1 constructor. I think half of these constructors are unnecessary, right? Because this is using it's using 30 per minute to make 15 per minute. So this needs a whole smelter's worth of iron for 1 constructor, not 4. Whereas down at the bottom here, if we go down to the bottom level, preferably without dying, this one uses 15 iron per minute, and so you can split 1 smelter into 2 constructors. Okay. This, if you've watched the series, this is like the 8th time that I've come to this realization. Oh my goodness, how am I so bad at stairs? I'm going to take off my freaking boost pads real quick so I can walk up slower. This is like the 8th time I've come to this realization, because every time I just mirror the setup. So this needs changing. This is copper. This is fine. This is 15. So this setup is correct. For the rods and for the copper wire, it's 2 smelters to 4 constructors. But for the plates, it's so slow. For the plates up here, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. What about for the screws? The screws, it's the same again. It's a 2-to-4. Okay. So this needs tweaking. These splitters are not needed, but I'll leave them there for now. But it basically means that we can just get rid of half of these constructors, because they're not going to be doing anything. Once everything's online, these constructors are just going to be completely useless. Annoyingly, I've picked up all this stuff now that I don't need. I need to, like, I've picked up all the ore that I don't need is what I'm mostly talking about. Like, there's so much ore here that is just clogging up my inventory. I need, like, a modded Minecraft-style dev null so I can just delete all of the ore as I pick it up. Like, any iron ore that enters my inventory, I just don't need it at all. But yeah, this is much better. This is actually gonna work now. Inventory has a trash can, just saying? Oh man, it does. Oh, I had no idea. Thank you. You've saved me. Get rid of some of this wood. Oh man. So much stuff that I don't know. So many little things that I've just no clue whatsoever when it comes to this game. Thank you. Alright, this is pretty much done. All we need to do now is hook up power to all of these, and it's gonna be ready to make some screws. So when Nick and I come back tomorrow, I guess really what we want to start working on then is oil. We want to start processing oil, and really want to start working towards actually getting this online. Because right now we've set all this up, everything is ready to make stuff, and everything's kind of backed up right now because it's not going anywhere. Nothing is actually being made apart from the base materials. The main plan is to start getting some real assemblers down, not just these constructors, and to start making like reinforced iron plates, to start making rotors and motors and, you know, these modular frames and the reinforced modular frames and computers and all that jazz. Whether or not we're going to have enough to make any of that is beyond me. I've got a sinking feeling that we're going to have many, many more floors just making like rods and plates, just because you need so many of them. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, chat, we're pretty much there. This is screws done, essentially, and ready to go. So we now have rods being made. We got plates being made. We got copper wires being made. And now, as soon as I fix the caterium iron kerfuffle, we're going to have screws being made as well. Nice. I do have to go through and set all these to actually make screws. Alternate screws specifically, but that's fine. That's all working. So. Let's go fix this bridge, shall we? So, right now, Nick has built this bridge that starts here at the base, which is great, but then goes it goes over here, and then it zigzags quite a bit. So it goes left, and then further down it goes right, and then left again, and then right, and then left. And I kind of want to simplify that. I'm thinking that we just go in a straight line from here out, and then left, right? That's my philosophy, is that we can just straighten this out by just going straight and then left, as opposed to having, because I think the less corners we have, the easier it's going to be for any potential vehicle to travel, right? Vehicles like going in straight lines. And so that's the plan. Actually pretty good. So we're gonna run, yeah, we'll just run down like this again. I like the less steep slopes, although I don't know if this is gonna make it actually. And this is definitely gonna be easy to build from the lower level, from down here. It is also areas like this that have that increased threat level. There are likely enemies about. But I think, chat, that this actually works out quite nicely. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, because we've got this rock here, which could prove to be an issue. I might have to adjust this ramp to come in at a different angle, or maybe build some foundation here so that it kind of comes in, and then maybe we just have like foundation from here on out so it's more flat. You know, we might do something like that instead to make it easier to pump. That's probably what we'll end up doing, because we have to build foundation here anyway if we're going to put down the oil and whatnot. But flipping heck, we now have a beautiful long road, and we can obviously get rid of the other road over there at some point. Nick's old janky road over there. I'm late, but I made it. Hey, Xbox a few, welcome. You've made it just as we're about to wrap up, my friend. The stream is about over. We've done some conveyor belt work. We've done a lot of concrete building to get to this point. Throw down a ton of pathing here. But we've finally done it. We finally got everything, almost everything I wanted to get done. We've set up a new level for making screws. So now we can actually get onto some real automation tomorrow with Nick. We've rebuilt Nick's path. That's done. We've straightened up a bunch of conveyor belts, made them look a lot nicer. We've turned everything in the game pink, because why not? So all of our stuff is pink. And I'm going to wrap up, guys, right here, where we began, in front of Nick.